Hey guys, story time today again. Dear empaths, highly sensitive people. I am being called to talking about finding out the root cause behind your trauma, whether it is childhood trauma or later in life happened trauma from narcissistic abuse experiences that I'm here to help you heal and recover from. So it's important, if you really want to move forward with your life, to be acknowledging these root causes. There can be several, not necessarily just one, especially if the abuse came from different people. So this is very important because we have to keep in mind, if we really want to heal and move forward and not go back to those who abused us, that we have to remember our own value and worth, and of course love ourselves authentically, honestly, genuinely. Take care of ourselves every single day in every possible way, because it's a divine duty. It's not something that you do as an emergency kit, so to speak. Self-care is regular daily practice. Energetic boundaries with others, and self-discipline, and boundaries with yourself too. And healing and really rising up after traumatic incidents, especially if the trauma, the abuse came from your loved ones. Even if it came from strangers, it does not make it any less painful. But of course, it is even more painful when your trust has been betrayed. You've been deceived maybe a million times by your loved ones, maybe ever since you were a child. So these can be very deep-rooted, deep-seated issues that you really need to be diving into, so that you can really heal from them and release them, and let go finally, and say to yourself that now I am free, now I can thrive, now I'm really healed. And this process feels very heavy and difficult to even begin to some people. So it's not easy to take that first step to that healing, especially when you've been very badly brainwashed and manipulated into blaming yourself. Naturally, it's even more difficult to really understand that you deserve love, you deserve respect, you deserve to love yourself and value yourself, and own your worth, and feel and know your worth, in every sense of that word. It is a very eye-opening experience, and there are many things that start to go in a positive way when you really understand this for yourself. This just came to mind for me because, for example, when I was posting on my Facebook business page, there were people clearly who were very, very stuck with these narcissistic spouses, for example. What I was seeing and sensing and picking up, feeling and seeing their pain. So it was just coming to mind again. It is so sad, to notice that. And, I know how painful it is because I've been there my entire life, basically. And I know how difficult it can be to just really, move forward and heal and all of that, to understand everything. But once you really start to understand, your life will change. Your thinking is healing and your reality is shifting. And I remember this one woman who was interested in becoming my one-on-one client. She asked me, how can she change her life? how can she heal? And of course, I replied to her that you need to book a call with me because I cannot help you otherwise, because it's a process. Healing is a process. So it is a deep dive into your issues, working with a coach, therapist. It has to be a deep dive into the root cause of what has caused your issues deep down that are in your body, your being, your soul, in your heart, So that is the simple answer, There is no quick fix to that. You have to go through that whole entire jungle that has been placed upon you to deal with. Especially if you're God's chosen one like I am, Earth Angel, Starseed. Our lives are not easy, but we can make them easy. And, we are here to be happy and thrive like everyone else. We're not here to suffer. Even though we are kind and sensitive and forgiving and loyal and understanding, empathetic, compassionate, yes, but we also deserve that same energy back. Like I've been saying in my videos, we deserve that same back to ourselves, of course. There's no point in draining yourself out in one-sided relationships that are toxic. Number one thing that you need to be healing is the toxic clouding, because your emotions and your feelings have caused you to be clouded, your mind to be clouded, and you've been suppressing your soul and yourself when you've been abused, especially if you've been abused by your own parent, mother or father, or by your partner who you deeply loved and trusted and you felt this soul connection with. Well, you have a soul tie situation there, which is unhealthy if you still feel connected to this person in such a strong way that you are not able to leave this person, because you need to be cutting this person off. And, of course, my advice is to not ever go back to what hurt you, like I've been saying. So because your mind is clouded and your soul is repressed, suppressed, you are not in touch with your true self, with your true identity, with your true soul, who you really are as a spiritual being, And that is a big factor that things are not working out the way they should in your life. So when you really start to open up to the healing, you start to open up to your own soul, you open up to God, you open up your soul to God, to universe, to angels, to all those who are trying to help you. Because you are so loved and supported and guided always, but you don't necessarily see it or feel it because your mind is so clouded. You're not in touch with your soul. But yeah, if you really want to take that first step into healing, don't hesitate to reach out and book my free call, my consultation call, so that we can chat about your situation peacefully, honestly, calmly. And you can tell me and confide in me what your situation is, and I will tell you what I think honestly. And you can consider if you want to work with me or not, but I'm here to help. This is what I'm here for. So we would have one-on-one weekly calls with you to really have a deep dive into your issues, so that you can really start to heal, because like I said, it's a process and you must trust the process. As I've said before, life is too short to be suffering from what other people have caused you. So you deserve to be healed, you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be thriving, you deserve to be loving yourself authentically, honestly, genuinely, with your entire being, with your heart and soul. You deserve to be honoring yourself, honestly and authentically, genuinely, accepting yourself, knowing who you are, knowing your identity and worth and value, and what you give to the table, because you need to know these things. And God has intended for you to be great in this life. Just because you have generational trauma behind you, but it's not your fault. You are God's chosen one here to be healing yourself and then to be helping others too, like what I'm doing. This is a mission that has been given to me and to you as well, if you resonate with my work, with my message and my energy and everything. So you are naturally a high vibe, sensitive, kind being. Maybe you identify to be an ENFJ like I am, Earth Angel, Starseed, Sigma, Empath, maybe even. But you are God's chosen one, and you know you are destined for great things. But in order for those great things to happen, you have to first heal and acknowledge and face the wounds that you need to heal. And that is the basis of my work. And so, you know, this task has been given to you by God, by the universe. You have signed up to this task as a soul before you were born. But you have been picked out by God to be healing and facing these things, you know, so that you're not repeating them anymore. And your entire lifeline is healing your people in your family who come after you. They will be a lot more healed. They won't have these issues anymore because you are the generational trauma cycle breaker. And that is why you're here. You have found me in my work, and you know, maybe you're considering becoming my client. But yeah, so I really welcome you warmly with my heart and soul to work with me honestly and genuinely, you know, in a calm way, so that we can peacefully work on your issues. I can say from experience that your abusers had no idea who they were dealing with, that when they were intentionally or not intentionally hurting you, deceiving you, betraying you, gaslighting you, manipulating you, brainwashing you, physically attacking you, whatever they did to you, sexually harassed you, assaulted, whatever the ways have been, how they have acted towards you, they had no idea that you are a God's chosen one, that you are an Earth Angel Starseed. They don't see that because they are so filled up with their own toxic bullshit, honestly, with that demonic energy within them. So they don't feel what you feel. They don't really have a clue. They can know that you are this target, but that's it. From my experience, they just usually, because they are sent by the devil, you know, they are against you because they can see and notice that you are a kind, sensitive being. But really, they don't understand the power that lies within you. They don't see your glory, you know, what you really are as an entire being, because you are this beautiful package of divine energy and love and beauty within you. So whatever they see and sense within you, they want it to themselves because they don't have that. They lack that. They want your empathy, your healing power, everything. But you need to understand that you need to be healing yourself. You need to be using it all on yourself first. They don't understand the karma that they have to accept. They don't understand the lessons and everything that they have to accept once God revenges for you, because you are a God chosen one child. So you are protected and loved, and God will revenge for you. So they have no clue about this when they are abusing you, and it's so ridiculous. Like I've said in my video before, just a while ago, I was saying that, you know, devil makes itself ridiculous, because that is really how it is. They make themselves ridiculous. They show you how toxic they are. They show it all to you, how broken they are within. And they are like little children. They just want a mommy to be healing them. But that's not your responsibility.